Welcome to Gratitude Art Journaling. My name is Luba Carlson, and I practice. It took me a second. I practice gratitude art journaling. I haven't been recording in a little while, but I am back, and I hope you can enjoy my process today. So this is all recorded as it goes. I rarely edit if I have like to cut something out, like let's say if somebody enters the room and stuff like that. But usually things that are happening here that I'm talking about, they're all happening and they're all staying recorded right here for you. I hope there will be value in what I'm doing today. And today I decided not to use a prompt from my deck, but instead use the prompt that I wrote my Sunday letter about. And the question was, what freedom do you, what, I'm sorry, what freedom do you enjoy? What freedom do you get to enjoy? And I came up with this like whole thing about feelings and how I get to choose how to feel about certain things. And then I decided that I wanted to journal about this. I want to journal about my feelings, and hopefully, maybe it will help somebody else to work on theirs. So, without any further ado, I am switching to the desk view. You can see my journal right there. And all I have here on my desk right now is my journal. These I'm not going to be using for that, so they can go aside. I have three sizes. I have three sizes Posca pens, and I have my journal. So let's open this. And I have an idea of what I wanted to do. I think I want to do like a garden of feelings, a garden of my emotions, how I feel. These are my previous pages. And I think I am going to just go ahead and grab some of my painted paper that I have right here. So I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need, or you can use scrapbook paper. You can use magazines, whatever it is, whatever that you have that you want to use, you can. So this is going to be a little bit of everything. So let me explain real quick what I mean when I say painted papers. So very often when I paint in the studio with students, we will have a lot of paint left over. And so what I did, I took all that leftover paint and I put it on a pretty big sheet of paper. So I did have quite a bit of paint left. You don't usually get that much left if you're just working by yourself. But whatever I had, I just painted on the paper, and there is quite a few more colors. And so this is the plan. So I'm just going to grab a few sheets and use it just like you would use your coloring paper or colored paper, like cardstock or construction paper. Yeah, I really like this one. I'm going to use that. I really like that color. And let's see, I like this because there's a lot going on. I really don't need much, just a few. I really like this color. You know, I'm always drawn to like hot pinks and like all of that. So let's try and do that. There was a small piece of, yes, this works. Yes, I think I'm good. And what I'm going to do is quite different for me. I don't usually do it this way. I'm usually a lot more into I'll do this right here. Kind of thing. But today is different. It's a little bit different. So I'm dragging my huge container of punches, hole punches, or whatever you call them. And so I have this one. This makes a 3-inch circle. So there's a 3-inch circle. I'm not gonna do stars. I just want circles. And I think this is a 2-inch circle. Yes, 3-inch and 2-inch. And I believe, yes, this is a 1-inch circle, I think. Yep. So I'm going to make a few circles in different colors. Okay. So this is going to be this is my process. This is what I want to do. I want to use these papers to create flowers. And so, why am I not getting through? There we are. So I think I'm gonna try and get a couple of circles for each color. There we go. And maybe do different sizes. I don't know which circles I'm gonna end up using, but I think what happens is that they're not gonna get wasted anyway. So let's get a couple of big ones. This is very cumbersome. I need to check this. Weird. I think there's something wrong with the sponge. I don't know. It feels weird. Okay. Circles. I just want a lot. And then moving on to the next sheet. So you don't have to do it this way. You could do just, you could cut them out here. Or maybe some other way. You'll see what I mean. I'll get there. I just want a lot of ways for quite a few flowers, and each flower is going to represent a feeling for me. Oh wow, somebody's having fun out there. Maybe something that has different colors. Okay. so I have all my circles. And I know sometimes it's like I don't have all these supplies. Like sometimes I would watch um, a video also, and they always use the supplies that I don't have. But you can always modify and adjust and use this as an inspiration and see where it takes you. Okay, whole bunch of circles. And now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Sharpies and we're gonna get to it. So let's see. Okay, so most of my Sharpies here are black, but there are some colors also. So I might end up using some colors. Let's see. So I'm just gonna pull out the ones that have colors on them so that I see my options. Right. Bright and clear. Okay. It's a whole lot of browns. How did I end up with all these browns? That's interesting. Okay. Colors. Let's do black, thin and thick. Here we are. Okay, this can go on the side. And I think we're good to go. So, okay, let's go through what we're doing, how we want to feel or how we feel. Do I have feelings? Which feelings I would like to talk about? All of that good and juicy stuff. Lots of options here for words. Sometimes words just come to us. Sometimes we need to look them up. And that's my case. I have to look up lists of words to figure out what my emotions are called because I cannot remember them very well because it's not my first language. So I am going to work through a list and I am going to turn these into flowers. Now you can just do this in the black and it'll be a different look, or we can use different colors. I think I am being drawn into using different colors here. So I'm just gonna start, just play, just plain just play with this. Don't feel like you have to be perfect. Just gonna make some flowers out of this. Okay, now maybe I'll do a grid in the center and then split this into parts. Maybe do some stippling over here. The idea is to not sit for too long on each flower, but just just give it a look so that it looks like a flower. And I'm gonna give it like a little bit bigger petals. So the painted paper, I forgot to say that it's acrylics that I painted it with. And then when it's acrylics like that, it's very easy to write on top of it. You can also make your painted paper with watercolor to make beautiful painted paper. You can always use also, like you can make an alcohol spray from your Sharpies and spray with that if you have watercolor paper and see what that does. That also is a lot of fun. But whatever works, whatever happens, you can do lots of things with this. Okay? All right. So I have my first flower. There we are. And there. Okay, so this one represents how I feel, and I feel heavy-hearted. So that's my first one. Okay, I have something of this color, so I'm gonna move on to different color. And I think I want that. Maybe I will do it this way. Just going around, adding some petals. So my point being is that my mind, my heart, it's like a garden, and there is space for all the feelings. There is no such thing as the right feeling or wrong feeling. The way you feel is the way you feel, or the way I feel is the way I feel. And of course, there is, like, I can choose how I feel. That's what I learned. Right? But I don't always want to choose how I feel. I'm not always ready to choose how I feel. And so sometimes you just need to be there for yourself and for your feelings. So this will represent my feelings garden, where all feelings have a right to be. Because if I feel them, then they are there. Hope this makes sense. And I'm not trying to make this any super special. It's just what it is. Okay. So this one. I'm going through my negative emotions first. So I wrote left out. It's how I feel. Left out sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Let's get another. Okay. So I have this color now. I'm going to make a smaller one. Oh, I like that. And let's use this color on it. I don't know if it'll work even. I don't think I ever used these Sharpies. But it is what it is. There we go, something like that. Just another flower that's gonna live in the garden. Worried. Let's try. Oh, pretty. Like that. Just draw. Just draw whatever comes to heart. It's all good. I think this one. This is stressed. So I think I'm gonna do 5 of each. I'm gonna do 5 of my, just because I want to keep it balanced on my piece of art. So I'm gonna do 5 of my negative feelings, emotions, like, and negative not in the sense that they're bad, but in the sense that they're sad and they make me not feel good. Yeah. And then I'll do 5 that are positive. So here we're gonna do, what can I do with this one? It's so tiny. Oh, I know. I'll do like a, whoop, come on, just like this, just going around and around, just cutting corners. Like that. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a big word. It's not gonna fill in, but I'm gonna put it in still. Minimized. Okay. And you obviously don't have the same feelings as I do. Yeah. I'm just making it the way it makes sense for me. I'm sure it will be a good exercise for anybody, right? Okay, so now let's find a couple of, do I have one like this? Nope, that's perfect. A couple of these, and then I'm going to use this one and this, and one of those, maybe orange. Okay, and now I'm going to go into positive feelings, emotions, how I feel. Okay, so let's create a flower first. I think I want to do it. I don't know. We'll see. So you kind of start with lots of lines like that, and then fill in the center. It doesn't need to be perfect. You know, I could have left the center open, but I wanted to do it this way. Then go back and add little pieces. find something else here. Looks empty. Let's see, what else? Maybe here. And I feel supported. Okay. Now let's do another. Let's do this, and I really like how this color came out here. So let's try. It's always like this with flowers for me. I always like, okay, what do I do next? And I imagine you could cut out your own flowers out of like scrapbook paper maybe, or some pictures if you don't want to draw them, but I think it's good to draw them. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just drawn. Okay. I do feel motivated. Okay. Next would be, let's maybe use this color. And this is just gonna be a cluster of little flowers, like a hydrangea, or maybe a lilac. Or milkweed. Something. There we go. And this. I do feel safe, so I'm just gonna write the word safe. You can also do this exercise to put in feelings and emotions to that you want to feel. Like, I want to feel safe. Yeah, I want to feel loved. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have this. Let's do this. Gonna do, okay. I think I'm gonna do something that makes me kind of think of a lotus flower. I do not remember exactly how I draw them because they're not always. I think that's very close to what I am trying. Yeah, definitely. I got it. I got it. And then down here. Something like that. And that is going to say peaceful. Okay. And I have one more tiny. You know what? I'm just going to do another rose so that they kind of work together. Maybe with purple. Let's see how this works. Oh, well, it'll work. Maybe not the best combo. If you have like Posca pens of different colors, that would be great too for this. So let's see. I'm looking for how I feel. I know, because I'm like, when I'm on the spot, I can never think the right words. Um, respected. Respected. Okay. So I have my flowers. Now each of my flowers gonna need leaves. So I'm just gonna use these, all of these circles that I have, and I'm gonna make leaves of different shapes because it really doesn't matter. So we can do that. We can do like long and narrow ones. Or a little bit of the wider ones. We can use our imagination to create a leaf of any shape and form. If that works for you, works for me. Just free cutting. If that's, if that's not your thing, don't do free cutting. Do what works for you. Okay. And then maybe I will try and make a leaf out of like a heart shape. So it starts with a heart, goes into the circle, perfect. And then I can cut out a monstera leaf. Maybe another. Maybe something here. And one more. All right. So there's my leaves. Good to go. I have 10 flowers. I'm going to need 10 stems. So I'm going to go back into this paper that has multiple colors on it. And just cut this. And make 10 stems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right, so I have all my pieces that I want. Let's put this back into the box. Okay. Here's all the supplies. Here we are. All the pieces, the leaves, everything we need. Not using the tiny circles, it's fine. Okay. So the next step really is to decide on the background. And I don't think I want to do anything. I just want to have it white, because if it's just white, then once the flowers are in, I can draw things into here, okay? So I'm just going to keep it white. If you want to color it somehow, absolutely go for it. Now, here's the thing with this exercise. So we have two piles. Yeah, we have a pile of negative emotions and positive emotions that we feel every day. And I feel these every day. And I think you cannot just have only positive or only negative, right? They're always a mix. And it really doesn't matter, right? Really doesn't matter what goes on top, what goes on the bottom. Um, so I think it really doesn't matter which one goes where. It's now all about using the emotions and feelings that we have to create our lives or to make the garden. I hope this makes sense. So I'm just gonna grab my flowers. Doesn't matter where they come, what they are. I don't remember. I really honestly do not remember, and it really doesn't matter. And I think I'm gonna put them like so ish, okay, and then I will add the small ones, the medium ones, and then the small ones will come in somewhere like so. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. Let's see how it makes, if this works um, uh, for a composition, right? Sometimes, very not even sometimes, feelings are complicated, so they can be overlapping each other. So you might want to make like a cluster. You know what I need? I need a clip. I need two clips actually, so that my paper stops bouncing on me. Hold on, I'm coming back. I just need to go all the way back to the back of the room to grab a couple of clips. Okay, here we are. There's one clip. Here's another. All right, so this way we're not bouncing. So yeah, you can make it so that your flowers are overlapping and it'll probably look a little bit more natural. Yeah, like these tiny ones. They can go in places like that. So anything works here. Anything. So I like to start with my flowers, and then when I have my flowers, I'll add um, like this. This is how I know. Okay, so my stems are probably going to be here. This is what I'm doing, right? With my stems here, here, and here for my big flowers, and then I'm going to start overlapping again. Yeah. Sometimes it helps to just snap a picture of your layout so that you can return to it. Okay, so let's start with the pink one. So I'm going to use my glue stick. I'm trying to not overthink this, make this easy. So I have a side back paper over here in the back. This is where it went. Oh, come on. And recently I did something similar, and I learned that I like my stamps to be at an angle better than when they're like straight up like lollipops. So I am just doing that. And as I am flipping the flowers over to put the glue on, I see the words on them, and the words remind me. Uh-oh, I guess we'll just glue it to the fabric of the fold. That's okay. And the words remind me of. Okay, so this was about me feeling supported. And then I'll look at another flower and it will also tell me something. And all of that goes in my garden no matter what. It's still me. Yeah, it's still It's still me. Nothing changed. About like I am still me, right? So I'm gonna do this blue flower next. There we go. A little bit at an angle. And this one says motivated because I feel motivated today. I am motivated enough to make this video. So that's what I'm doing. I'm motivated. Okay. Now this flower, I think I'm gonna put it up higher because I want to add a little bit more of dimension. So I'm just gonna move it up to here. Um, just angle it a little bit, not a lot. Okay, this one is heavy-hearted, yeah. You know, it's you can be motivated and heavy-hearted at the same time. It's all right. Recognizing it is important. Okay. I do think that next time when I do this, I will use Posca pens because I think I can get better results from my flowers. It's the artist in me speaking. Left out sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I feel being left out. And I'm sure it's a feeling many of us go through. Oh, I put the flower. Oh, I need my stem first. Oopsie daisy. Okay, let's do right here. It's gonna overlap, and that's okay. And goes in right here. I think it'll work. Hold it. Okay. I would like to know why mine. All right. So we have these. Now let's move to the medium size. Let's decide where we want them. I think I want this cluster here, this one here. It makes sense for the lotus to be down there. This baby can go right here. Okay, let's do the stems. Okay. So this one is worried. Doesn't it feel sometimes like worry is right smack in the middle of our lives? That's how I feel sometimes. Now, if you're asking yourself, okay, Ruba, all of this is great, but what does this have to do with gratitude? I am going to send you down to the Sunday letter because Probably you've read it. Yeah. And in the Sunday letter, I discuss how we or I can choose how I feel about something. And that sense of freedom, this one says stressed, but that sense of freedom allows me to not sit in my stress, as for this flower, right? Not sit in my stress, but instead recognize it for what it is, as stress, and recognize the feelings around it, yeah, how it makes me feel, and then find the ways to deal with it in a healthy way, and find the ways to relax, find the ways to not feel stressed, right? And yeah, it's too easy to say, especially when it comes to stress. It's like, really, have you ever been stressed before? Didn't you know what it feels like? It's like, yeah, good luck with that. Safe. Yeah. So like, um, it really comes right now as yes, I am stressed, but I am also safe. And when I'm safe, I can deal with my stress and I can solve my stress and bring it to the point of not being so stressful anymore. So I'm just can turn it into peaceful. It's amazing how things come up and work together when I work in a journal and I keep talking about it out loud, trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way for me to deal with this or that, you know? So, like now, talking about stress and then how feeling safe and being grateful for feeling safe can bring us peace. So, I think it all depends, of course, on what we what we're dealing with, what is happening, why it is happening. But there's so many things that are happening in our lives that really could be just a reflection of something. So this says respected, and I just want to put it here. No stamp, and this one says minimized. Sometimes I do feel like, you know, like my feelings are not being validated by others, and I feel minimized. But it doesn't reflect who I am. Okay, so I have all my flowers. Let's see, I know I kind of went funny with leaves. They are super big. I don't know about that. Maybe one or two. I kind of like this one. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Posca pen. And I don't know if this helps really, if this would help it look more like a leaf. I'm just trying. Yeah, I think this helps. Okay, now let's do the other. Okay. Okay, so there's two leaves. Um, here. No, here, coming from here. Yes. And then I think I'll do the small ones because not this color though. How about that? I think this looks good. I don't think I need anything else. Yeah. Okay, so let's wait for this Posca to dry, and I think I'm gonna glue the other ones on first. Okay, drying. Come on. Okay, so let's put some glue on the leaf. Go. Something doesn't matter. I want to do it this way. I'm gonna angle it this way. Close. Now I'm gonna do my other leaf. Just glue it on there. Okay. Let's do here. Here. Okay. All right. So I still have tiny orange leaves. I think they could be, yeah, they could be used. Let's see what we can do with those. Okay, here's one. Another. And a small one. Okay. Yeah, love it. Okay, so now I think I want to write down a few things about feelings. Okay, so the first thing that came up for me was that feelings are just that. Feelings. There are no good or bad feelings. they all have the right to exist. It's up to me which ones I'll grow. Feelings need to be recognized and validated. I choose which feelings stay with me and which ones can go. I am grateful for being able to have my freedom in how I choose to feel. Whoa. I have my freedom in how I choose to feel. You have your freedom in how you choose to feel. It is absolutely, undeniably up to you. I just decided that this flower needed a little bit of shading. It was a little bit too blank for my taste. So I just decided to do this. And here we are. So this is the gratitude journal for gratitude art journal for feelings, emotions, and my ability to have the freedom to choose how to react and how to feel. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have thoughts that came up, feel free to email me. I know that commenting, like this is a deep topic, and commenting on YouTube could be hard and kind of a public space, so not very convenient, I guess. Not very, yeah. But still, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, I'm talking to you guys, and I was gonna do this to make sure that it looks like a leaf a little bit more, just to add some style, I guess, to it. Doesn't really, don't think it needs anything, but it sure is fun to be able to add little details like that. So yeah, I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.